Welcome back to the news at 5. Tomorrow, the Texas House Investigative Committee on the Robb Elementary School shooting will meet in Uvalde. The committee will privately hear from law enforcement as they work to find out what happened the day 19 children and 2 teachers were murdered. As lawmakers work to craft new legislation, we are continuing to look at the 17 laws Governor Greg Abbott says were transformative in preventing violence in schools. Now, they were signed into law in 2019 in response to the mass shooting at Santa Fe High School. Last week, we looked at the Senate bills as well as House Bill 1. Let's continue to look at 3 other House bills today. We're going to start with House Bill 3. It changed the formulas that the state uses to fund schools. The bill included $6.5 billion in new funding, including raises for counselors and funding to help recruit counseling professionals with more experience. The bill also created a do not hire registry of school employees who engaged in misconduct with students. There was also House Bill 19 on the governor's list. This required the Texas Education Agency to add 20 mental health professionals, 1 for each regional education center in the state. Now, these professionals don't work directly with students, but they are there to train educators on mental health first aid and increase awareness of mental health in schools. Adding these 20 professionals cost the state about $4.6 million. Lastly, we want to talk about House Bill 906. It created the Collaborative Task Force on Public School Mental Health Services. This is a group that's charged with evaluating the effectiveness of state-funded mental health services in schools. They also evaluate trainings and the impacts those trainings have on school safety. Brian?